What are some unpopular opinions you hold that you believe only you have? I think people should be required to take a test before they can have kids. I know it sounds harsh, but hear me out. I grew up in a terrible environment. My parents were addicts, and I was constantly neglected. I had to fend for myself from a very young age. I remember being 5 years old and having to make my own meals because my parents were too high to do it for me. I was never taught basic life skills, and I had to learn everything on my own. I was bullied in school because I didn't have clean clothes or proper hygiene. I remember one time I was so hungry that I stole food from a classmate's lunchbox. I got caught and was sent to the principal's office. My parents were called, but they never showed up. I was suspended for 3 days, and I had to stay home alone because my parents were too busy getting high to care. I remember crying myself to sleep every night because I was so hungry and scared. I eventually dropped out of school because I couldn't keep up with the other kids. I had to get a job at 14 to support myself. I worked long hours and barely made enough to eat. I remember one time I was so hungry that I ate a can of dog food because it was the only thing I could find. I eventually got out of that situation, but it took years of hard work and determination. I now have a good job and a stable life, but I still have nightmares about my childhood. I honestly believe that if my parents had to take a test before having me, they would have failed, and I wouldn't have had to go through all of that.